Howdy boys, it's MPC, and in today's video we're going to be customizing the Lampadati Tropos Rallye, which is based on the Lancia Stratos. Really cool rally car. I did take off the livery because it comes with the livery from the start so that I could take a screenshot for the thumbnail. And also because we start all of our customizations in white and it just gives us a very good canvas. But other than that, I haven't touched the car, it's completely stock. So we're going to hop right into it, upgrade the armor and the brakes and the engine. For the exhaust, let's see, we've got chrome and we've got titanium tipped. The chrome one almost looks, it's very crisp, but the titanium tips are like very brown, so rusted. But alas, we are gonna have to do it because I think we're probably gonna change the color of the car. That's what I'm leaning towards, and hopefully it blends in a little better once we do that. For the grille, all we can do is add rally fogs. I know it's a rally car, but I know it's a rally car, but I would like to go with something a little cleaner, go for like a nice street build or something. So we're gonna leave that off. For the hood, we could do a vented hood. I think I'm gonna leave that off as well. That looks really messy. For our lights, we're gonna go with some xenons. For our livery, we have the air hurler or Stronzo. Again, we're gonna go for a street build, so I'm not gonna do any livery. For the plates, we could do yellow on black. I'm gonna leave it white for now. Let's see what the color has to offer, and then we'll come back to that, make it match then. So I'm kind of thinking of going for either like a red, orange, or blue. That's what my gut feeling is telling me. Like right off. Oh, the yellow is really nice though. Let's see. We'll explore some options here. This could look really good on an olive green. Mariner blue looks so good. The light blue as well. Oh my god. Okay. Red is just a really easy, like, good looking color. And I think this car does come in red. We're gonna go ahead and change the secondary color first. I think I want to do a matte black for the top, and then we'll go back to the primary color. And yeah, that gives us a lot better of a match now. See, I would do like a red with a white pearlescent. I think that would look absolutely amazing, but I already have one of those. So I kind of want to mix that up a little bit. You know what we'll go ahead and do first is the wheels. We'll change the wheel color. I know there's a way you can change the color of the stock wheels. Give me a second. Okay, I want to make the wheels gold. So we're going to go ahead and go into muscle rims, buy some cheap ones, change that color to a nice gold, go ahead and change it back to the stock wheels, exit back into our office garage, hop out of the vehicle, and leave GTA Online. Okay, once we're in single player, we're gonna go ahead and join back into GTA Online. And voila, we got some gold stock rims, baby. Now we can go ahead and continue with our color choice. This is the build that I have on my other one with an ice white pearlescent, and I think it looks beautiful, but I kind of want to change things up, so I'm thinking we go for like a blue. I think a blue or that green would look super good with these wheels. I'm really liking that light blue or the Mariner blue. What's the move? They're super similar. I think I like the Mariner blue a little more. I think it's shade of blue I'm looking for a little more. For a pearlescent, I do think we are just gonna make this thing really glossy. Let's see, it's got kind of a bluish tint on it right now. Is the white too overbearing? Maybe a little bit. Maybe we go for something a little more subtle, like a silver. Yeah, I really like that. That's nice. For a roof, we can do unpainted louvers. Ooh, it does take a little bit of the shine away, but then the color is like not the same. So I think we're gonna go ahead and leave that off. For the spoiler, we can remove the roof spoiler and we can do an extended spoiler, which we are not gonna do. The only other option is to remove it so we get that traction bonus. For transmission, we're gonna max that out. Turbo, tuned, and last I think is just the windows, which I think we will leave off as well. Pretty simple build, I will say, but I think it looks fantastic. I think this car looks really, really clean when it's not a rally build, and I love it. It's almost like a Mario Kart. Like, you know when you're playing Mario Kart and they all have like the stock go-karts? That's kind of what this car reminds me of. Anyway, let's go ahead and take this thing out. All right, little sound test for you guys. A little generic, but that's okay. The appeal of this car is most definitely not the sound. It's just the way it looks and feels when it's driving. I absolutely love the pop-up headlights. I think that is such a cool feature on this car. Look at that. It is so pretty. I just turned a little bit so that you guys can get a better angle. Oh my god, it looks so good. I love how small of a vehicle it is. I'm a really big fan of like smaller cars because I mean I think the standard for cars is just supposed to be like normal sedan length, you know, like this one right here. That's about the standard length of a car. And this one's tiny compared to it. I don't know, it's just kind of like a more unique feature. It's not anything like, doesn't change anything really about the car. As for this car's performance, it's not absolutely spectacular in any aspect if you're planning on racing with it. It's pretty like middle of the pack. There was a time when it was a pretty good rally car, but now that you can just run the Italia GTO, it's pretty heavily outclassed, so not really worth using in races. It has an okay top speed, definitely not comparable to today's top of the class sports cars. Its handling is like okay too. It's not, you know, dog water, but it's not the GTO either. So, I mean, when the GTO is so dominant, like what else should I be comparing it to, you know? I guess the Omni is another car I could compare it to because they're both rally cars that came with the Cunning Suns DLC. Omni's also very small. The Tropos Rallye is better than the Omni because it's just faster. And while I love the Audi Quattro, I think this one is a lot more fun to drive because it's very snappy in terms of its handling. It's like, it kind of stays to the ground, but if you get the back end to slide out ever, it does snap back into place pretty quickly. It like wants you to go forward, you know, and that's something that makes this car really enjoyable to drive. I also love watching the suspension work on this thing. I don't know why it's so interesting to me. It just like, if we hit a little ramp when we go over this hill, you can see it work. Yeah. It just makes it really satisfying. I don't know. It's kind of like the trophy truck in that aspect. It's just a much smaller version and it's a really good looking car overall. I adore the way this thing looks. I think the lights are beautiful. The shape is beautiful. I like how it's kind of triangular from the side, and even from the top, it kind of is like wider in the back end and converges towards the front. Makes for a really cool looking vehicle. We haven't done an off the line test yet, so here you guys go. It's a little slow on startup, but once it gets going, you know? Yeah, now we're moving. Oh yeah. If you guys are looking to grab one of these, you can find it under the two-door section of Southern San Andreas for $571,000 while it's on sale this week. Otherwise, it's $816,000. Regardless of whether or not it's on sale, I do think it's a very worth it cop. A lot of cars these days are over $1 million, and this one is probably in my top 10 of most fun vehicles to drive in this game. I absolutely love driving this thing. It's for sure a free mode go-to, and it doesn't have a ton of customization, but I think there's still like, you can make the car look vastly different from someone else's. But I might just be saying that because I love driving it so much and I'm trying to like cope for it. But this car really just does offer a wonderful experience, and I would most definitely grab one of these while it's cheaper than its already pretty cheap price tag. That's gonna wrap it up for this customization. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, comment down below and let me know what you think of my build and what you think about this car, because I think it's absolutely lovely. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. There will be more content like this coming out in the very near future, and that's about it. So take care, and I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace!